Bianca.
So
Hi.
straight from New Jersey.
Great. So, okay. Like, I knew that you were going to ask me something like this, and I should have, like, thought about it because there's so much to say. I'm going to just try to keep it brief. So, I am from New Jersey, as you already mentioned, and I'm born and raised here. But you know this about me, Ness, that I have an extreme affinity towards Ireland as a country and as just a culture and a place in the world. So a lot of my artistic career is actually based off of some of the things that I did when I was living there. But overall, what I'll say is just like I've been dancing since I was a child. I first started ballroom dancing, and then I moved into Irish dancing, traditional Irish dancing, and I was very competitive for a long time. And then just throughout my journey, what happened was I realized that I was seeking some sort of connection to creative energy that was not coming through in the specific way that I was dancing at the time. I wanted to have something more. I look back on it now and I feel like what I was wanting was something that was more, I don't know, like liberated. And in realizing that I knew that I still needed to have a stable foundation. So I think I was just on this winding journey of seeking whatever that was. And it led me to do some really amazing things. Like I continued obviously to do Irish dancing, and I went on tour, and then I started to learn how to do all other kinds of dance. I trained in New York for a while doing ballet, jazz, contemporary dance, hip hop, loads of hip hop. I still teach hip hop sometimes, which is like something that people don't really know about me, but it's definitely a part of my life. And then it just kind of led me to studying neuroscience, getting my master's in contemporary dance. That was when I moved to Ireland. I got my master's in Ireland, and then becoming a yoga teacher. So now, and also becoming an astrologer. I keep forgetting about that one, but that's my current one. I'm becoming a certified astrologer. And so it's all of those things that inform my artistic practice now. And it's kind of just like a holistic approach. Like I believe that we all have this creative energy in us, right? And everybody has an ability to access it. But what I think is really interesting is like, because we're all unique, we can find our own way. And I think I've been really deeply seeking whatever that way was for me. And I thought like many times I had found it, right? You know, like with Irish dancing, I was like, this is it. This is my thing. I feel so good. And then it wasn't anymore, right? And so I moved on to new things. And now I'm at a point where I'm able to utilize all of those things. And I feel very blessed for that, because one of the biggest ways that I'm able to do that is through Two Can Do. So I know we're going to talk loads more about Two Can Do, so I'm not going to say too much more about that, but that's what I'm spending most of my time doing with regards to what relates to like dance as we know it. And then apart from that, I'm just teaching a lot of yoga. I started working with some athletes on like visualization and mindset and other artists about that stuff. I'll pause there, but I don't know if I answered the question. I hope I did. The practice has become sacred to us, and there are rituals. And that's now how I've gotten to this point where I'm like, let's share this process. Because now we have witnessed in our own experiences how something that started out as a means to an end turned into a practice, that turned into a ritual, that now has this level of connection to us, that it has become a part of our lives. And now it's starting to be a way of life, a way that we move through the world through this lens of like, how can I show up with the fullness of myself, right? Because what it does is it gives us a chance. This is what I believe, and this is also why I think yoga is a big part of my life, because it's a similar idea. When you attend to something like this, a creative ritual as a practice, it gives you a chance to practice how you want to show up in life, right? It gives me a chance when I'm in Two Can Do to practice how I want to show up in life. I want to be present. I want to believe in myself. I want to trust and believe in the possibilities of the moment. I want to trust that my partner is looking after themselves. I want to feel like we're supporting each other. We're connected. We're deeply listening. I mean, who the hell doesn't want to show up like that in their real life, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, this is what we do. And the reason why we keep doing it is because it keeps providing a constant feedback loop for us within life, you know? Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's always wonderful to see you both and to chat about Two Can Do. You know that I love talking about it. So
Bye-bye.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Cheers.